Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Steve Dawson.
Hi there, I'm Merle Purvis. Operation Sudden Impact is being called one of the largest regional crime initiatives ever. But some Memphis business owners say they're being treated unfairly and feeling the sting of harassment. Fox 13's Les Smith spoke with some angry business owners who question what's really behind this law enforcement crackdown. Les joins us live in the studio with their reaction. Les?
Hey, Merle, you know, many might not consider Memphis a prime target for terrorist activities, but law enforcement officials insist it is exactly that, as an international distribution center. But as this weekend's Operation Sudden Impact takes aim at terrorism, some Memphis business owners allege the only terror that they felt in the last 24 hours has come from the actions of those wearing badges. By no stretch of anyone's imagination could Mary Broom be considered a mad terrorist. But after her business, Get Well Motors, was raided by federal agents on Thursday, for Broom, mad has become an operative word.
I've had this business for almost 4.5 years. I'm 76 years old. I am a citizen of this country, and I'm very mad. I'm not upset. I am mad. The car dealership was one of a half dozen businesses FBI agents swarmed on in separate but apparently simultaneous raids as part of an unprecedented event local, state, and federal agencies are labeling Operation Impact. During an interview on Good Morning Memphis, Shelby County Sheriff Mark Luttrell was the only law enforcement official to explain the goals a combined 53 agencies are hoping to accomplish this weekend.
We can start comparing our data against the data from other counties and other states to see if there's any common threads of criminal behavior. And of course, terrorism is an issue that faces us every day, and we'll be looking for any types of indicators that might lead us to problems in that particular area.
But it is the methods and the tactics being used by warrant armed officers and why certain businesses have apparently been specifically targeted that is being questioned by Broom and others.
They took everything, checkbook, receipts, everything, drive-out tags, everything. I cannot operate my business.
One of Broom's employees, who wants to remain unidentified, described his ordeal after being handcuffed and thrown into the back of a car for nearly 7 hours. When asked what he'd done to be arrested, the native Memphian was instead asked a line of questioning he couldn't believe.
Have I ever been to New York? No, I've never been to New York. Do you have any tattoos? I'm telling them, you can look at me, I have no tattoos. They were like, well, we're trying to cross-reference you with this guy that hit our hot sheet that has a felony warrant. His name is Simon Mines, but he's from Nigeria. I have one Arab working for me, and half of the people that are kin to him and that are Arabs also, they've been harassed. Why?
Which was the same query being asked by the Arab owners of Dollar Plus on Chelsea when armed agents came through their doors.
He came in and he said, "Everybody freeze." They didn't say nothing about cops. I thought it was a robbery.
But despite the fact the store has been vandalized more than a handful of times in the past few months, co-owner Khalid Yinam says it wasn't the series of burglaries agents wanted to talk about during an alleged interrogation.
He said, I don't know, y'all come over here to our country and y'all do these and these crimes and these crimes. Y'all need to go back to your F country. And he said, we've been monitoring you for a couple of months. And I told him, can you bring me some evidence?
Okay, if they've been watching us for the past 4 months, why didn't catch the people that broke into my store the next day in the morning?
And while some arrests were believed to have been made at some locations, the FBI and the U.S. Marshal's Office will not confirm anything involved with the operation. Meanwhile, as Mary Broom tries to figure out how to return to business without paperwork, computers, or a safe taken from the office, she's already plotting her own sudden impact in a court of law against those who disrupted her livelihood.
I don't intend to take this line down.
Computers, business records, a car, and monies were seized in those raids. Apparently, so too were some stranger choices in merchandise. At one store, agents just confiscated a line of about 20 caps with no logo on them and a couple of cubic zirconium rings valued at less than $10 apiece. We'll keep our eye on this story for more details. Les Smith, Fox 13 News.